What up? This is Rap Hits. And so, Bricc Baby is looking like he's about to be free. So, looks like he got a lot of charges dropped, just like Butter. So, with Butter, people wasn't really surprised because people been saying that he's a teller. Now with Bricc Baby, he kind of got that same stigma where people are calling him a teller. Well, this is what Wack 100 is suspecting out of Bricc Baby. He's thinking that he might be cooperating somewhere because looks like he got a lot of his charges dropped. It's like the same thing like Butter, where it's like he was facing some serious charges and now it looks like it's down to like one charge or something.
Bricc Baby done told like a mother.
Told you, homie.
What you got?
Yeah, that nigga done told.
Told you, homie.
Everything thrown out on one count. And not thrown out. And then this paperwork, hold on, it's still coming through. This should say, the court refers defendant to the Probation and Pretrial Services Office for investigation and report. Sentencing is December 19, 2025. But all them guns and shit, hold on. I say Probation and Pretrial Services Office. Order to comply. Oh yeah, told. Hold on.
I told you that plea look weird.
Let me see everything they got. I'm gonna send this shit to the exposure. Let them go through it. But it looked like the AK, all the bullets, all that gone now.
They don't usually drop all that shit unless.
Yo, that's gone. Community, other property cannot. Been working the whole time though. I've been telling niggas that nigga been out here doing, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I agree. And that's why they putting that on the table.
Been working the whole time. This fresh from the feds. Eddie Boy went down there. Ran everybody's shit. None of these niggas playing fair. These niggas long, boy. Niggas is playing different. AK-47, 200 rounds of ammo, and 3 handguns just disappeared. Hold on, they charged that nigga with 1 count now, nigga. And they said refer his shit to probation. Whoa. Let's ping on 600 in there. Let's get on Prince on this shit, because Prince remember what all the charges was. Yo.
That's a lot of guns, right?
Gone. They look like they only charged him with 1 count. AK, the bullets, everything gone.
Magic trick, poof. Go.
Let's get on 600 in here, because 600 said there ain't one nothing. Let's get him in there. This is crazy.
Hey, and the crazy part, homie, they holding that all over his head. If he don't continue, they gonna pull all that. They can pull all that shit back up. He ain't done. Wait till start going to trial.
I told y'all straight up. I know for a fact he gave some statements on Big U. Look, got caught with the K and 100-some rounds and the 2 guns on June 3rd, 2023. I'm saying it before he gets up station. He don't know how I know. He how the Wack got to be working with the police. He know too.
So, according to Wack 100, this does not look righteous. He's thinking like this dude must be cooperating because it's weird how he got picked up with Big U and Loose Cannon. Now, from what I understand, Bricc Baby was never really charged with the RICO that whole time. It was just, it sounds like Loose Cannon and Big U. I'm not even sure if Loose Cannon is really in that RICO or not for sure, but it kind of looks like they're all kind of wrapped up in something nowhere. The way they swept and picked them all up at the same time, it just seems like it's connected. It seems like there's some type of connection going on. Where did they need Bricc Baby to cooperate, and like where they, you know what I'm saying, was Bricc Baby actually working with the feds to get Big U? That's the question. Because they're all from the same set, rolling 60s from what I understand. And it's weird how they got rid of most of his serious charges. Like he had a serious chopper. Nah, I'm not saying it had a switch on it or nothing, but he had like one of them, choppers like an AR or something. And he had about 200 rounds of ammo. And I guess he got caught some other times with some thumpers. And it's like they pretty much got rid of all those charges from what I understand. And he's an ex-con and a convicted felon. So how are they dropping all the major charges? And now they're saying, it sounds like they're just referring him to probation now. So he should be back home in no time. Sounds like he has a hearing coming up in December. See, he had an original hearing this month in October, but sounds like they moved it to December, and they're gonna basically recommend probation, it sounds like. So he's about to get off light, it sounds like. And so what is he even being charged with now? It sounds like pretty much nothing really. I mean, from what I understand, like if you were ex-con and convicted felon and you get caught with a thumper multiple times, that should be automatically like maybe a year minimum. You would think probably more like 3 though. 3 years you would think would be the average. So for him to be getting out on probation, I mean, he hasn't even been in there for a year from what I understand. So it sounds like he's going to be back on no jumper in no time. And he's going to be clouded up too now, kind of, I would think. I mean, since he's been locked up in the same place as Dirk. It sounds like him and Dirk been locked up in the same area this whole time. And they've been running into him. Same thing with Loose Cannon. Sounds like Loose Cannon been communicating with Dirk a lot. But Loose Cannon's last phone call, I posted it. He said Dirk's actually in the hole. I posted that the other day. You're gonna have to go back and check out that video about Dirk, where I had information that Loose Cannon, I said I had a video clip, and Loose Cannon is saying that Dirk is in the hole for getting caught with a phone with a charger. So the thing with Bricc Baby is some people are speculating that he might be actually tied up in this whole Dirk thing as well. So maybe they got everything they needed out of him since he's been in there. I'm sure he's been, I don't know. I'm speculating here, but it just sounds kind of weird that he's getting off on probation, allegedly, in a couple months. He should be home by Christmas, it sounds like. And he'll be home for New Year's and all that, it sounds like. Because, I mean, to be getting caught up with all them thumpers and then get off so quick, it just seems weird to me. So I'm with Wack on this one. And I still suspect him with the Dirk case. I'm not sure if he has anything to do with the Dirk case, but it's kind of weird how, he was on there saying, he was saying the same thing Dirk was saying, as far as Bricc Baby was saying something like, they can't say slide for Vaughn no more type stuff. You know what I'm saying? I heard Bricc Baby saying that. I probably posted that when he first got locked up in some of my older videos about Bricc Baby, where it sounded like Bricc Baby was saying something like that, where he was suggesting that Dirk slid on Dirk slid on Quando Rondo and them, and that no one could say Dirk ain't slide for nobody, and he said that publicly. But then, saying he's getting a lot of heat and backlash for that until another clip came out where Dirk was on Academic Show saying the same thing. So it's like you can't really come down on Bricc Baby for saying that if Dirk was saying the same thing. But Bricc Baby seemed to have insight knowledge about all that when he said that. It was real weird. So go back and find that video if you want. But yeah, Bricc Baby was saying something like, about the Quando Rondo thing. About, he can't slide. Nobody can say Dirk didn't slide. You know what I'm saying? Nobody can say that no more from what I'm hearing, he's saying. So that's suspicious, and it sounds like, people were speculating if Bricc Baby was in any way involved in Dirk getting jammed up. So they're speculating because it looks like OTF was cooperating with allegedly working with someone out in Cali that spotted Quando Rondo for them. And so from what I understand, Quando Rondo's also a rolling 60, but it sounds like he might have got in a situation with his gang where they're not really respecting him or something. I guess he wasn't checking in. Big U didn't seem to really like Quando Rondo anymore, because it sounds like he's saying like Quando Rondo would visit California and not really check in or give anybody any bread, not break any bread off with nobody or nothing. It sounds like Big U allegedly was making people check in and break off some bread, especially if you claim a rolling 60s, because Quando's from Atlanta or something, or Savannah or something like that. So for Quando Rondo to be visiting Cali and not really checking in with nobody, that would make sense that one of his own members might have been like, hey, Quando Rondo in town, you know what I'm saying, telling OTF, hey, Quando Rondo in town, because rolling 60s and whoever it was that allegedly tipped off Dirk and them and Vonnie and them, you know, people are speculating it could have been a rolling 60s or something like that, because there's been serious ties with Dirk and Bricc Baby going way back. So somebody tipped off OTF allegedly and told them, hey, Quando's in town, Quando's rolling through Cali. And from what it looks like is that was a back door. Now this is all speculation. I'm speculating here, but this is how I'm putting it together. Is it looks like a back door, like, okay, so you're not gonna check in. So Quando, you're gonna come through Cali, not check in, not give us no bread or nothing, and think you can just move around. Well, let me call OTF and see what they got to say about you. You know what I'm saying? Let me drop your location. Let me drop your location to OTF. And you know what I'm saying? That's how I see it kind of playing out, where they was like, fine, we gonna see what's up then, because you're not checking in with nobody. We already warned you about that. And I'm wondering if the Big U thing has anything to do with the Quando Rondo thing. You know what I'm saying? With that RICO that Big U is facing. I wonder if that's coming back. I know it has something to do with his son, and there's also a situation. I guess they're saying his son was, you know what I'm saying, was a friend with somebody who got unalive, and they're speculating Big U might have been involved in that. But you know what I'm saying, Big U, that's a whole different story. What his jam is. I'm just wondering if any of this stuff's connected. So Bricc Baby, I don't know if he's a cooperator or not, or if he knows any information about the OTF situation that the feds might have wanted to pick him up. And you know what I'm saying? I don't know. Wack speculating that Bricc Baby's been working with the feds for a while now, behind the scenes. So we'll see what happens with Bricc Baby. I expect him to be home by Christmas though, or New Year's. I'm thinking to start off 2026, we're gonna start seeing Bricc Baby back on No Jumper. And I don't know. I would really think that they would want to keep him until they're done with the OTF trial and the Big U trial though. That's what I really think. But maybe they need him back on the streets, like Wack is saying, to get more information. You know what I'm saying? If he's out, Wack is saying like, okay, let's see if Bricc Baby's back out here by the New Year's, talking about on 60 and stuff, still saying all that and trying to mingle with the gang and stuff still. Cause Wack's warning people to, you know, to watch yourself if you're gonna be around Bricc Baby, because Wack is really suspicious of Bricc Baby being a cooperatant, some type of fed, of, you know what I'm saying, working with the feds or something. And maybe they need him back on the streets to, you know what I'm saying, get more information. Because if Bricc Baby is working with the feds, I mean, he could bring, you know what I'm saying, they might see that as valuable that he's at No Jumper, because No Jumper be having a lot going on with gang activity and, you know, interviewing gang members, and a lot of gang members be going through there. Well, they probably consider them rappers, but a lot of these No Jumper interviews deal with rappers that have ties to the streets. So maybe they want Bricc Baby in there to report back on everything going on behind the scenes, maybe getting footage, and maybe he's wired or something, You know what I'm saying? I know they don't usually wire now, but you know, the new technology, they don't need the wire. It's usually like some type of Bluetooth probably or something. But whatever it is, you know what I'm saying? They probably gonna have Bricc Baby in there. They probably say like they probably want Bricc Baby in the No Jumper building, getting behind the scenes footage secretly and behind the scenes audio secretly and stuff like that. And you know, keep an ear to the streets, because maybe the feds is figuring like, okay, if we make it too obvious you working with us by keeping you detained until the Big U trial and the OTF trial, everybody's gonna figure it out, and it's gonna blow your cover. So maybe they're smart enough to know like, okay, we want you to be able to move around in the streets, you know what I'm saying, and you know, collect information for us and report back to us more stuff. They want more information about more stuff going on. So maybe that's why they letting him out early. If he gets out early, we'll see. It's not even official yet until he's back home. But if he does get back home by New Year's or Christmas or something, I'm gonna be suspicious as well, just like Wack 100. So let me know what y'all think in the comment section. This has been Rap Hits. Let's get over 100 likes on this video. Also, make sure you subscribe and all that, and follow Rap Hits on social media and all that. I'm out.